Welcome to The Digital Shift. We are your hosts, Jessica Green
and Natasha Roberson. Together, we are here to help you build a tech-savvy empire and take your business to the next level.
If you're an entrepreneur, social marketer, or business owner, ready to scale smarter, not harder, this is the podcast for you.
Every week, we bring you expert insights, actionable strategies, and the latest trends to help you infuse tech into your business so you can automate, optimize, and grow.
From mastering automation and creating high-converting systems to building authentic customer connections, we cover everything you need to shift your business into higher gear.
So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and get ready to make your digital shift.
Let's do this. All right, welcome back to The Digital Shift. I am so excited to ask some questions of my fellow business partner, Natasha Roberson. We are going to be talking all about mastering social media automations today, designing comment reply and DM flows that convert and nurture leads. We have a new system we've been rocking around town and really just launching this month called SocialSync. So if you start seeing that around, you'll know it's us. And Natasha is going to be the one you want to follow for this. So we're going to talk all about mastering social media automations today. And we just want to help you set up effective comment reply and DM flows to nurture your leads, to drive conversions, to extract that digital lead list, what we call, from social media platforms and put them into a system that actually works to convert them. There's lots of tools out there that can, comment reply and auto reply, but it's what happens after that. Most of the systems don't have a what happens next. We have the what happens next in the SocialSync. And I really want you to hear from Natasha on this episode all about this because she's a guru there. So I want to welcome my partner in crime. Natasha is our COO here at the Self-Made Hub, and she's guru on all things automation. Natasha, are you excited to be with us today?
I am excited. Here's the thing. You love certain things, and there's certain things that you don't love. I love customer journeys. I love automation. I love thinking. If you missed our episode earlier this month on think about the end, keep the end in mind, what you want that person to do. Guess what? Automations allow you to build that whole thing. I get passionate. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm excited.
Oh, I don't think I would apologize. Let's just kick this off and get this rolling right away. What is social media automation and how can it help businesses talk to their leads?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Social media automation is truly, it's when you get your time back. Number one, you get your time back.
Amen.
Yes. And I always thought, I don't know about you listening, and I always thought, man, I'd love to have a reel or a post go viral. But then I was like, but I don't really want that to happen because then I'll never get off my phone. And I have kids and I have priorities and I have these things that I got to do. And if I have one go wild, that'll be awesome. But how am I going to do it? And I immediately I would almost freeze in a moment of going, but what if that happens? Cool, but I cannot keep up with it. And social media automation truly does allow you to have it all. It allows you to have active social media with the follow-up attached on autopilot while being at your son's basketball game and not missing any of those moments and being at Thanksgiving and Christmas and the birthday parties without worrying, oh my gosh, there's 200 more messages. How do I respond to this? And then as an entrepreneur and kind of a perfectionist,
come on.
I would, yeah, right. I would be like, if I don't reach out right away, I'm going to lose them. Missed opportunities. These people, I want to impact them with what I'm sharing. And then I felt this pull of, are my leads more important than my family? That's where I was pulled for so long when it came to when social media went crazy. And I'm so grateful that social media automation came into the world of technology and entrepreneurship because I see a amazing marriage there with, yes, share your passion, put it all out there, but let's also put it on autopilot to initiate the conversation and nurture that relationship. I'm not saying it's all done on automation. there is a hybrid here, and we're going to talk more about that, I'm sure. But this is going to help your business, number one, increase your leads. Number two, you're going to have more conversations. I hear this all the time from entrepreneurs. I need more people to talk to. Do you? Or do you just need to talk to more people? It's
Right.
that. It's that you need to talk to more people. And then you're thinking, well, if I talk to more people, that means I'm going to need another 3 hours or 4 hours in my day that I don't have. Let automation initiate conversations so you have more people to talk to, which when you talk to more people, our income and our impact increases.
Isn't
That's the
that
goal.
right? Isn't that right? Okay, so let's talk about what a DM is, a direct message, or I love how on Instagram it's like it's referred to as DMs. What's it referred to on Facebook? It's like just Messenger. We don't say DMs for Facebook. That's always tripped me up a little bit. Okay, so what makes a good DM flow turn leads into customers? Can you share an example of that that's worked well?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you an example of what works well, but I think you guys will all relate to the ones that don't work well as well. A true great flow, automation flow, is one that delivers exactly what that individual requested first and foremost. If you tell them you're talking about this unicorn juice that's going to help them lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks, they want to know what the heck the unicorn juice is when they comment whatever keyword you told them to comment. If you don't deliver that, you're just not going to get
Lost
results.
them. You lost
You've
them.
lost them. How many times, Jess, we test things all the time from things we see
Yes,
on social
right.
media, and we're like, I didn't get it. It's broken. Number one, I said keyword. You didn't send it to me. I'm on defining it from somebody else. You done
Absolutely.
lost me.
100%. Wasn't that just a couple of weeks ago that you had sent me somebody's reel and it was like something we were working on personally, and on their reel it said get this list of 100 blah blahs or 10 blah blahs, and I was like, oh, she sent me this reel, maybe she wants me to get the list. So I went to the person's thing, I reviewed it, I was like, we absolutely do need that. And so I commented on their stuff, and I still to this day have not gotten the list. Right. So I was like, that's silly. Why even promise something out there and then not follow through with it? And actually, I'm gonna make a post today. I'm gonna do a little live in my stories. I see you sneezing over there ridiculously, but it's doing a good job of not picking up on the audio. But though, for those of you who are watching us, maybe on YouTube, Natasha's having a sneezing attack over there. We want to make sure she's okay. You okay? Testing. You okay?
Good.
You're
I
good.
think it's
Okay. Okay.
gone.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna do this live in my stories later about the word list, and it's gonna be a keyword automation that kicks off because I'm seeing all these people. We just did this Black Friday workshop, and I'm seeing all these people who have new product launches coming at the end of the year and different promos and sales. And I see all these people out on social media right now being like, hey, comment blah below, get on my VIP list below. And I know they don't have automation set up. And I'm like, what are you going to do with that if 100 people comment on that? Number one, are you actually manually following up with all those? You don't have to do that. And then are you actually going to deliver to 100 people what you just said you were going to deliver? So let me not go on a tangent. I have some more
Yeah,
questions.
I know. I see it too. And it's like, it takes all I have not to message each and every single one of them and go,
You need the self-made hub.
we can do this better. Let's
Yes,
chat.
we can do
Uh,
this better. We can save you time. We can make you more money.
exactly. And we can, I don't know about you listening, but when I post something and I'm promising something, I have to deliver,
Oh, yeah.
right? That's just who I am. If you ask for something and I'm going to give it to you. If you have, let's just say 20 people that were delivering that too, okay, the first initial 20 messages, right? That's doable. You can get it to them. But what about the next 8 follow-ups to each of those 20? That's not doable in the life of craziness that we all live in. It's just not possible to successfully walk somebody down a true journey to get them to convert. It's not possible. So that's the other thing I want to say in automation is what helps it work the best is that journey is about not always selling, but it's building that that trust and always staying in the zone of what's in it for them. Like, what can you deliver to them in value that's going to enhance their life, make their day better, help their business, right? And it's not always I'm not going to give you anything unless you give me money first. That's not what it is. It's about automating the journey to help them succeed, to that know and trust of you, and go, I got to have whatever she's talking about. Here's my credit card. Let's go. That is what automation allows you to do without missing. What is that? I'm horrible with math, so I'm gonna pull this little calculator. If we have 20 people that commented on a post, and we know at minimum it takes 8, minimum is 8, 14 is the better follow-up thing.
Right.
So if we have
I love
20
these numbers. I love numbers.
and we need just one post gets 20 comments, we know we need to talk to each of those people at least 8 times. That's 160 conversations with just one post.
I'm never keeping up with that. I'm never keeping up with that. So,
No.
so hang on, let's slow this down for just a second, because I know that when people are taking a look at tech and this automation game and all of that, their first thing is, wow, like, sis, I get what you're saying. I need to deploy this, but that sounds like a lot. And I don't know how to do that. That sounds like a lot of things to put together and piece together. And while I'm really good at creating content and putting reels out there, and yeah, I get it, I need to have a better follow-up system, but this seems scary to me. Like, how will I ever figure out how to do what Natasha's talking about? So what's your advice for someone who's just getting started with social media automations? Where do they need to focus first? Like, we always talk about begin with the end in mind, and taking baby steps and chunking it out so that our listeners can do this easily and not feel so scared to get it started. But like, where should they get started?
Yeah. The first place you're going to get started is finding the technology, the tool.
We've got that covered.
We got that. The hub. You're going to find that not only has reviews of being simple to use, right? The newest person can plug and play per se. I love that. But also it comes with mentors, tutorials. Like, the last thing, not to knock anything, because I think all tools and stuff out there is great, is I got into a platform that did this, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. And then I was like, oh gosh, I don't even know how to start this thing. What's the first thing? There was no tools to teach me. Like, I had the tool, but I needed the teaching, and there was nothing. So then I had to go over to YouTube University. I have 500 doctoral degrees over there and had to learn it. And so that was one thing that when we came to create the Self-Made Hub is we didn't ever want anyone to feel like they needed to get a master's degree to use the tech to get results. So number one is focus on finding the tool. We have it that not only gives it a simple way to do it, like literally simple step by step, and it also has the tutorials and mentors that back it and are there to support you and help you win. So once you find that, you find the tool, you got to focus on the one thing. Right? Don't overcomplicate it. And at first, when it comes to automations, people will think, oh, I got to have this massive thing, right? Just like this, like I saw somebody's automation and it was like this spider web that looked awesome.
Yeah. Does it work?
And when you're first getting started, that might be where you go in 6 months. That might be what your automations look like in 6 months. But at first, let's just take care of that first response, that first DM to initiate that first conversation. And then we add the second layer, right? So for me, it's about simplicity of a tool, having mentors that are there to help you with that tool. And when you start the automations, start with the one action. Take care of one step at a time. Once you get that first step, rocking and rolling, it's working, you're like, this is incredible. Then we move and advance it to the next step. And then at some point, you'll have this like, this amazing conversation all journeyed out, all planned out. And it's just, bam, you just took care of those 160 conversations over a 30-day period. That is
I'm going to go on a tangent here for a second, a little bit of a plug for the Self-Made Hub, but that's how we help people, is getting them into that system. So our SocialSync system that we're really just launching, we've been doing this for a while, but we never really had the exact system around it. So we have that now. But if someone says, all right, I'm in, I need to get this done, and I'm willing to, yeah, let's get the Self-Made Hub so I can plug it in. Like, how much help can they get? Like, what kind of things do you do do we do to help people with those first steps and getting started if they don't really know tech or know what they're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. We literally went off of the journey we had on
Yep.
trying to figure it out ourselves and go, okay, here's the checklist that if I was doing this all over again as a newbie, what would I need to be successful? And so when you get started with us, because we went the other ways, you're not only going to get the platform, you're going to get 24/7 tech support.
Yeah.
Something that, man, if I could just chat with somebody live right then and there when a button wouldn't work or this trigger didn't, I typed in this word, it didn't work. If I had somebody even at 1 a.m. when us entrepreneurs are like burning the candle at both ends, that's huge. 24/7 tech support, right? That's the biggest one there. But also, you're going to get what we call snapshots, which it's just templates. We're going to give you our best working, simple to medium templates, right? It's taking you through that simple journey, but then a little bit more. Let's take you a little deeper into conversation with them and in teaching you, you're going to get tutorials on how to set those templates up and how to really figure out from the start to the end in mind of what is the journey you want to take somebody on. Because just putting an automation out there, that's cool. That saves you a little time, but it's not on your strategic path of what do you want to happen. If we're not focused on beginning with the end in mind and then building that journey of automation, that follow-up journey, you're still going to get low results. We want you to have big results. So you're going to get those tutorials, you're going to get that coaching. And not only that, you have access to us who've been doing this, who have been failing forward and succeeding and finding what truly is working and being in the know of these platform. The rules of the platforms too are important when it comes to social media automation. Last thing you want is to build something that doesn't work because you're not following their rules. So we keep you in the know and the updates of what is the rules you have to follow so you can have success with your automations. I'm sure I'm missing some stuff, but man, just the tutorials, the mentoring, and the templates.
In our digital shift call every Wednesday, right now, every
Yeah.
Wednesday morning, we'll probably add more of those that you can plug right in direct to us. But okay, so a couple more questions for you.
Yep.
How do you recommend balancing? So I've seen this a couple of times, and people will have the automation on, and people get scared to put the automation on because they're like, what if I want to dig in and actually talk to my customer midstream? So, like, how do you recommend balancing the automated portion of this versus the manual responses that we might want to? Are we going to tinker with and upset the apple cart of the automation if we go in there and talk to our leads when they're in there because we're like, ooh, hot lead, I can see them. I want to talk to them myself. What do you recommend doing on that?
I love this question because I have to first say I steered away from automation for quite some time, right? Because I was worried I would mess it up. It would pause it. It wouldn't work if I stepped in. Or how do I step in if this is kicking off, right? I was so concerned about that. So I was like, maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll just stick to the manual thing, right? There's all these fears and unknowns. But what I'm here to share with you is you can talk to them any time of an automation. If you see somebody pop in and it's Aunt Susie just dropped the keyword and you're like, Aunt Susie, I'm super excited. Like you want to jump in and say
Yeah.
something, by all means, please do, because that's how you humanize, how you really drive this automation to be authentically you, right? It's that extra layer of a fear of mine in the beginning of automations, especially AI, was like, it's going to take all that authenticity, my personality, my voice out of it. People are going to know it's a bot. No, it is so far from, it is not even close to a bot. It is so far from, it is still you. And so if you take you out of it by no longer wanting to manually have conversations, that I'm telling you is probably the worst thing you can do. You want to have automations on. So initial, boom, they get a response. You get them delivered what they've asked for. Now, 2 days later, I know in 2 days, if I was the customer, I always put myself on the other side, right? Put my feet in their shoes. What would I want? I want more information, more delivery, more value, maybe some testimonials, maybe some things that, like, wow, this is really cool. I'm glad she's sending this stuff to me. It's that journey. So day one, they get it immediately. We drive them to more information. Maybe 5 minutes later, we're like, hey, were you able to have a couple minutes to check out what I just sent you? Huh, life is busy. How many of you guys put a keyword down and you're like, oh yeah, and then you see the DM come in, but then you're off onto another reel because you got pulled into another direction.
Right.
You never went there. And then I get another DM from the individual going, hey, did have a chance to take a look at it? What questions you have? I'd love to get on a conversation, maybe a call. I'm like, oh yeah, let me take a look at it. And then I feel like, bam, I'm talking to this person. And when a question comes in, what's super cool with the hub is when any conversations come in, it's in your omni-channel inbox. So I'm no longer having to look at Instagram DMs and Facebook Messenger and then over here in LinkedIn. I don't have to look at, I just have to look at one thing and I can look at it and go, man, I really want to talk to this person. And I can just start talking to them. And I can, hey, I seen your question. I really want to answer this. You could do a voice clip. I love voice clips because they know it's you, right? I love jumping in with voice clips. But at the end of the day, I 100% wholeheartedly know that if you're only doing automations, you're going to lose a large percentage of your leads because they're going to know it's all automated. If you add in your manual, your personal touches, your personal responses in there, you're going to take that lead list and you're going to convert probably high 90s because they feel that you're there, you care, you want this for them.
I have
Don't
100 more questions on this, and I'm sure that the audience does too. So I'm like, man, we could go on for hours because she's giving you like a full training here, but obviously we can't. And so we can't give them all of it. But if they want to get started and see what that's obviously, we have a 14-day at this moment in time, 14-day free access. So come in and join us for our masterminds, ask a bunch of questions. There's a process to this, and she's the guru. There's just not my lane. I always say that, not my lane. Natasha does the automations. She's got this all figured out. But man, there's so many questions swirling through my head on, okay, if you do that, then why have the automation? And there's 10 other questions, but I know we don't have time for all of that. So one thing you touched on a little bit and is important to me, and I know it's important to a lot of people, is keeping that authentic feel. And so some of the tips you just gave us actually answer that question, but I want to state it very specifically. What are your tips for staying authentic while scaling these automated flows so that you're not coming across to your crowd and losing people because it's a bot talking, but it's you talking, but it's automated?
Yeah. And I've failed at this to figure it out, right? Because at first I was like, all right, let's just automate this. Let's just do this. And then I would actually I would read how it went. And I was like, that was stuffy. That was like, that's not even how I would talk. And then ChatGPT came into the world. And then I was like, that doesn't even sound like me, right? And even though I was writing it, I was creating it, just still lost that touch. And so I had to go back to the drawing board and go, okay, if this is truly gonna work, I have to have authenticity in here. I have to figure out how to do that. And the true authentic way to do it is truly go, what is the journey I want to take them on? What is the exact, if I had what you say, Jess, wave a magic wand, at what point of this conversation from this is the call to action I want them to take, I want them to say more info about the hub, right? Okay, cool. But what was my actual post about? Was it about the overwhelm of responding to all these people? I cannot get away from that topic. I have to stay in that lane and delivering a journey that's going to talk to them about that. So one thing that I highly suggest is going, okay, at the end of the day, I want them to buy this or join this or do this. And this is how they're coming in. So you got the front end, you got the back end. Now, what's the perfect 8 to 14 touches that make sense to why they came in and what I want them to do? Let's draw that out, literally topic it out, and then write. And write as if you were responding to your best friend, your aunt, the lead that you've been talking to for 2 years and they haven't pulled the trigger. What would you say to them in that moment of that journey? They haven't taken action yet. It's day 5. What would I say to Aunt Susie at that point? and really take yourself into that space of writing versus the stuffy, just blah, blah, blah. Hey, check out this testimonial. I wouldn't say that to Aunt Susie. I'd be like, oh my gosh, Aunt Susie, I'm seriously blown away. My friend just sent me this. I got to show you this story. Take a look at it. It's going to blow your mind. I would say that would be
Yes.
out of my mouth. But
Yes.
me saying, hey, I want to send you this testimonial. Take a look at it. Let me know if you have any questions. That is so not me. And it
That's
is
very
definitely,
bot-y. Very
yeah,
bot-like.
it's so body. Even if you're saying it, you're like, maybe I should change up how. So it truly comes down to, if you want it to be authentic, it comes down to being truly authentic in what you're saying at that moment of the automation. Don't be stuffy. Don't be robotic. Don't be like, I got to drive value. I'll talk to them about hydration. Would you though? Would you?
Yeah,
That's
would
how
you?
you break. Would you?
Okay.
If you wouldn't, don't do it.
So those are some mistakes that people could make. What are some other common mistakes people make when setting up the social media automations? How can they avoid them?
Oh gosh. Number one, test your automation. Make
Oh,
sure
good
it
Lord. Make
works.
sure it delivers, people.
If it doesn't work, it's a broken, and the next time somebody sees your reel or your post and you're telling them to do something, they're probably not going to do it because they're
Right.
like,
Didn't give it to me the first time, ain't giving it to me the second time.
right. So that's number one. Number two is they use way too much AI and they lose their authentic voice. They just lose that. Use AI. I use it. I use ChatGPT like it's going out of style, but I don't let it lose me. My voice is still in there, and I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. Or no, I don't like that at all. Like, you doing bad today, AI. Like, not working for me. And then number three is they don't deliver the goods in the exchange of getting their name and email. And this is a big part. And I know we could do a whole episode on this
Oh,
of
and we
list
will.
building.
We will.
We will. And I see automations all the time. I do them all the time. I see this woman. I love finding cute. You go into, I hate shopping. When somebody has this cute outfit on and they say drop whatever to get where I bought this, I'm like,
Right?
yes, I want that whole thing.
Trust
Give it
me.
to me. And so they deliver that, but that's the last time I hear from them.
Oh, it's so true. Oh my gosh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. You know how many of those I've dropped and I've only gotten the outfit from them and I've never gotten any follow-up. We just found a new market, Natasha. Oh boy, we need to go set them up.
But don't be, that's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. You're not even, they're not even, you got all these leads. Like, I bet those women have hundreds and thousands of leads.
That they're not collecting because no one's ever collected my name, my phone number, and my email off of one of those. And I'd probably, if
Never.
that outfit is so valuable to me at that time because I want it, I'd give my name and my phone number and my email. And
I
they
would give my name,
could
phone
just
number, and email for $5 off an entire outfit.
yes, let me give you a discount code. Just give me the outfit details delivered to my email so that I can always go back and find them. Anyways, that's a
Yeah.
whole market.
Thinking about social automation as only in the DMs is a big mistake. You want to take them from your followers to your true digital list. Build
Oh, and
your
a whole other topic on that, and we will talk about this on another episode, is you need to collect that digital lead list off of there anyways, because one of the biggest mistakes you can make is relying completely on social media. So if you're going to install social media automations, make sure you're building that digital lead list and extracting those leads off of social, because I can tell you from experience, I lost my Facebook account for 9 months and it destroyed my business in 9 months because it was the only place I had to talk to people. Whole nother episode.
But so true. It's those are my top three mistakes right there.
All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. So here's the thing. We do have the Self-Made Hub. It is a tech solution. It is a platform, but it's also access to us. It is an all-in-one system. You can have simply follow up with all of your leads, streamline your marketing, manage all of your clients with ease. You can check that out and the 14-day access by just going to our website, www.self-made.biz. And during that 14 days, if you decide it's not for you, you can cancel it at any time. If you're looking at it, it is for you. If you're on this episode, the Self-Made Hub, we already know is for you. We've designed tools that help you save time, avoid burnout, and keep everything on automation that you can plug right into your social media so that you can stay connected to your audience with ease. Okay, so let's wrap this up today. we dove into the magic of social media automation, how it can save you time, keep your leads engaged, and even drive traffic and sales while you focus on other parts of your business and family and your family. It's coming holiday season. From crafting smart comment replies that feel personal to building DM flows that actually convert. And we've shown you how these tools can take your business to the next level without losing that personal touch that is so important to all of us. Not becoming botty. I think we created a new word today. Should we trademark that too? If you're not automating yet, now is the time to get started. Okay. We want you to get started on that. Now, sneak peek. We always do this at the end. We want to sneak peek and give you what our next episode, our special guest is going to be. Now, not completely off topic, but off topic of automation is, but isn't, right? Okay. So our next guest, she is at the top of her game in the network marketing industry and in just affiliate marketing in general. Sarah Johnson is incredible at the customer retention part of the journey, which you can put on autopilot. So join us for the next episode so you can learn a little bit more about this top ranked leader and why she is top ranked for customer retention at her company and has won awards on this, right? She's a mental wellness advocate. She's going to share her journey with you, and she's going to show and talk about her easy to follow systems that keep her customer retention so high. If you struggle, and in the network marketing industry, affiliate marketing industry, all of those, social marketer, let's just call it social marketer, customer retention is a hard thing, right? Because there's always the shiny object and the next thing out there. If you have been struggling with keeping your customers on board with you in your business, this is an episode you absolutely want to plug into. So I was super excited to have this topic covered today. I think we gave them a full training all in one, Natasha. What do you say?
I think it was amazing, and I could talk for hours and hours on that. And so if you're like, I need more of that, you just get in the hub. I have all my trainings in there, and then you get to join us live too to do more.
Yeah, plug in and tune in to the next episode. Thanks for tuning in to The Digital Shift. We hope today's episode gave you the tools and inspiration to take your business to the next level.
Don't forget, we have something for everyone to help you scale smarter. Whether you're just getting started or ready to go all in, we've got you covered.
Start with 14 days of free access to the Self-Made Hub, our all-in-one platform to automate, optimize, and grow your business.
Looking for more? Check out our Self-Made membership, where you can work at your own pace with help from your tech-savvy mentors.
Or take it to the next level with our 10-week accelerator program, perfect for those ready to scale with expert guidance and systems all in one place.
And if you're looking for done-for-you options, from custom funnel builds to fully done-for-you marketing systems customized just for your business,
visit us at www.self-made.biz to explore all of our programs and tools and find the perfect fit for your business needs.
Let's make your digital shift a reality. See you next time.